We're back with more Tapped Out with Brendan Tobin and Sean Levine on the BetQL Network.
Welcome back, everybody, to Tapped Out here on the BetQL Network. Big fight night, UFC 301. And, of course, we also have Canelo Alvarez taking on Jaime Manguia. Coming up here in just a minute, we're going to have Marrio Barrios, the Aztec Warrior. He is fighting in the co-main event against Fabian Maidana. And if you look, honestly, tonight, if you look at the odds of this fight night, especially the main card, there is some wide odds. There is not a lot of money to be made on favorites on this card. You go up and down right now. Let me just give you a little peruse quite around where we're at with the favorites in this fight. But you look up and down up until we get to the main event. When you look at the main event, you'll be like, oh, Canelo Alvarez versus Jaime Manguia. Kind of reasonable for Canelo if you look at everybody else and where they're at. This is bananas. So Canelo Alvarez in this upcoming matchup against Jaime Manguia. We know that Canelo is coming into tonight, and he is going to be a big favorite, right? He is going to be out there, and he's going to be a minus 550. You can get right now Jaime Manguia about 4-1. That's about where the spot is for him, which is great. You know, if you think there's value in Jaime Manguia, a lot of upsets lately in boxing, I would still be wary of it just because Saul Canelo Alvarez has been, you know, very hard to hurt and an offensive fighter. You're trying to figure out where the wins there. Could he win a decision? Man, he's going to have to throw a lot. It's really going to be a volume game for Jaime Manguia if he's going to be able to keep up the pace that I think Freddie Roach is going to sit out for him. He was speaking this week in Vegas. I spoke to Oscar De La Hoya about this, who had trained under Freddie Roach, and of course has a lot of venom towards Canelo Alvarez. Some of it might be him selling the fight, but that could just be Oscar De La Hoya. I'm not going to lie. He was a very charming fellow on Radio Row. Should be very exciting. Cannot wait for this. Here is my conversation with tonight's co-main event fighter, the WBC interim welterweight champion, the Aztec Warrior, Marrio Barrios. Very excited to talk to our next guest, the champ joining us here, Marrio Barrios. Hey, man, it's good to talk to you again. Thank you for joining the show.
Absolutely, man. Thank you for having me.
Listen, we're going through some heartbreak right now. The Miami Heat season ended this week. You must be absolutely stoked. You have Victor Wembanyama, even though it's tough for your Spurs. How excited is it watching that alien night in and night out?
Oh, man, it's crazy. It's absolutely insane, really, how, I don't know too much about basketball, but it kind of seems like, like he could do it all. And then especially with his size, like, man, he could shoot threes. He shot it from, like, half court. He's a very agile player. He's very smooth with it. So, we're very high on him right now in San Antonio.
You've been on the biggest stages before already. You've headlined monster pay-per-views and all that. You've won championships. Is there a different kind of buzz, the Cinco de Mayo Canelo card weekend? Are you excited to be part of something like this?
Oh, absolutely, man. Just being a brown kid from San Antonio, who I started boxing at the East Side Boys and Girls Club, back home, and now I'm co-main on the Canelo card here in Vegas and at the T-Mobile Arena on Cinco de Mayo weekend. It's hard to really put it all into words, but just overall, I'm grateful. I think, I'm only getting these opportunities, because of the work I've been putting in. So that's also very, very motivating.
Yeah, you put in a lot of work. You're entertaining as hell. Everybody loves it. I don't think it's possible for you to be in a boring fight. Have you ever thought about? Has anybody ever tried to change that in you, or do they know better to be like, hey, that's just who the Aztec Warrior is. He's gonna go out there. He's gonna put on a show on the ring, walk out. He's gonna look incredible, and then the fight's gonna be incredible.
Yeah, no, I don't think there's gonna be any change in that. In my lifetime, I'm always gonna go in there, try to give fans an exciting fight. I go in there with the intentions, to box smart, be on the outside, try not to get hit. But usually, only takes me getting clipped like once or twice, where I'm like, all right, this, we're gonna bang it out.
Is that do your coaches ever try and hone that back on you, or in the because you fight how you fight, right? That's got to be an instinct thing. That's got to be a tough thing to change, even though I know you have like a game plan for everything, but just like when those things flip, they flip.
Yeah, no, my team already knows it. So, like I said, we usually go in there with the game plan, like box smart, just they would like me, to finish the fight as pretty as possible. But they also know the type of fighter that I am. So, I mean, of course, we always drill, like the inside work also, because they know it'll only take, so much to get me in there. So they're going to prepare me, to fight on the inside as well as best as I can.
What do you think of Maidana? Obviously, a big name in the lineage of that family. Does that stuff matter to you? You feel like you're going to expose them? Like, what do you feel of this matchup coming up here?
I think it definitely matters. I mean, because he's been the brother that's kind of been in his big brother's shadows. He's looking for that breakout performance himself, and now he has this big opportunity. So I have no doubt I'm in for a fight come Saturday. But, I think everything me and my team have been working on, I don't have any doubt in my mind, that we aren't going to come out victorious.
Is his brother wild like Marcos was? Because his brother was wild. Like, he'd throw punches from everywhere.
Yeah.
You never knew what the hell was going on. I don't think I've seen anybody make Floyd Mayweather's face look that ugly before. So, does he have that, or is it a different style that you prepared for with him?
He brings that same kind of intensity, but he's actually Fabian is a lot better of a boxer. So he's a lot cleaner with his punch selection. He doesn't kind of just like maul you with his body weight. So I mean, it's gonna be interesting. He doesn't have an easy style to fight. So I mean, it's definitely gonna present some issues. But I think, like I said, everything we've been working on, I should be able to start picking them apart, and start finding the openings that I'm looking for, towards the middle and the later rounds.
So obviously everybody's buzzing around this week because of the Ryan Garcia, Devin Haney news. What has been your reaction to this week? Because that was pretty wild that dropped just in the middle of the week, that he popped from the Devin Haney stuff.
That's funny. I was saying the exact same thing yesterday. I was like, I literally saw the polls. I was like, what the hell? But I was like, yeah, of course. I don't know. Ryan's kind of out there right now. He's I don't even know what to make of him. But I mean, anybody that uses PEDs, especially in the combat sports, I think it's f***ed up. Like cheating to get that edge, and it kind of just shows more about your character than anything. But of course, he's gonna say he didn't know about it, or they're lies and all that. But yeah,
I don't even know. Yeah, and it's one of these things where what do you do as a guy? Have you felt like when you fought guys I think this guy's on something, and then what do you do as a fighter? Because to a level I know he's gonna go the troll route on it, because we know how he uses social media, but there is a level that's damn, Devin Haney had this undefeated record. He took on a guy that blew off the weight class and then maybe was juicing, and now his O's gone and the whole thing changes. So just being on the end of that, have you ever felt like you fought a dirty fighter, and then that's gotta, I imagine, piss you off royally if you have?
Oh yeah. I myself have never fought somebody who came out dirty, but I would for sure be pissed off, especially if I was coming off, the first loss of my career. So yeah, if I was Haney, I would for sure be pissed. I think just because of everything too that happened in that fight, But yeah, I don't think it's right. But yeah, we'll see how all of that plays out.
I know you got a fight to focus on, but just because your paths could cross, that could be a possibility. What would you feel like about fighting him now? Because obviously, the buzz about him is high, so it'd be a big money fight. But knowing, man, this is a wild card. I don't know if he's going to show up on time. Is he going to show up on weight? Does this give you any pause, or would you put in stipulations? How would you go about it, or would you just jump at it and you would do your Aztec Warrior stuff and just whoop on it?
I would definitely jump on it. I still think it's a big opportunity, but for sure, man, I would require. Me and my team would require testing, way beforehand, and then, and then if it was a pop dirty, way before, then that fight ain't gonna happen.
Before we get you out of here, Mario Barrios joining us here. He's going to be fighting Fabian Maidana, co-main event here live on pay-per-view. Canelo Alvarez, Jaime Manguia, the main event. Do you feel like Jaime has a shot? The odds say he does not, but he is a he's like, front foot guy. Will come after you, ferocious. What do you think of his chances against Canelo?
I think he actually has really good chances. I think he's going to surprise a lot of people. He's young. He's actually a really big dude. Me and him were at the gym yesterday. Putting in a workout together. Kind of like we just happened, to be there at the same time. He's a big dude though, a lot bigger than Canelo. So he has the size, he has the youth, and he has that come forward, like that Mexican warrior style. So I mean, I think he's gonna surprise a lot of people, but I think ultimately Canelo's experience is just gonna start taking over in those later rounds, much like how when Canelo fought Mayweather, when he was really young.
What about your fight? I mean, you and Maidana, I know you prepare for everything, but like when you picture this fight in your ideal way, how do you picture getting the victory?
Any way possible, really. Like I said, I'm gonna go in there, try to fight smart, try to work on, what we've been working on in the boxing gym. But I have no doubt, at some point I'm gonna say F it and then just start trying to bang it out with him. Because like I said, I know he's coming with it and he has a lot to prove.
What do you got up your sleeve for the intro? Like, you always have sick walks. Like, what's up the sleeve this week?
I'm definitely bringing bringing the culture in with me. We're gonna have the danzantes and but yeah, the intro is always always one of my favorite parts. It always gets me very, very pumped up, because it's a ring entrance that you're not only watching but you feel it, and it's definitely something I feel whenever I'm walking out.
It's always a thrill watching you fight, man. I always appreciate you giving us some time. Mario Barrios, thank you for joining the show, man, and best of luck this weekend.
Thank you, man. It's always a pleasure to be on.